It's your boy Jon Crawford, and you know I'm watching On the Come Up podcast. Let's get it.
Greetings, my people. Welcome to another episode of On the Come Up podcast with your host, DJ Ace. And I'm here with a very special guest today. Introduce yourself, brother. Talk to him.
Jon Crawford.
How you feeling, my bro?
Good, bro. You know,
Camden's in the building, right?
Yes, sir, ski.
Yeah,
Jersey,
man. For those,
South Jersey.
Yeah,
exact.
Shout out to them. For those who don't know who Jon Crawford is, give him a little backstory. Not too much, but just tell them who you are. Where you from?
27-year-old. I wouldn't even say I'm from Camden necessarily. I lived all over South Jersey, from Clementon, Pine Hill, Camden, Salem, Pennsauken, Penns Grove, all those types of places. And I've been doing music for about 7 years now professionally. In this span of time that I've been doing music, I released 3 projects, accumulating almost about 1 million streams.
Fire. And
in that time, I've also been one of the only Jersey artists to cross over to Philadelphia radio with DJ Cosmic Kev. I think it's like one of it's very few of us because Philly don't fuck with Jersey
at all.
Yeah, so it's like 1 of 5. It's like Fetty, Coily Ray, and a few others, but Mayor Fontaine, those type of cats. And from there, I just dropped a recent project. It is what it is.
It is. We don't talk about that. I like that.
Yeah, no, definitely. And man, I just been trying to get out there and hustle and get to it, man.
Just working and grinding.
Yeah, bro.
Love to see it. Camden's in the building for sure. But yeah, so starting off with this type of sound, because we're going to talk about it is what it is, but starting out, were you that type of artist, or did you know that you're going to get there in terms of quality and you knew in the beginning because you had a project in 2017.
Yeah.
And I was just telling you earlier that your It Is What It Is project, they're like 2 different, but you can see that where you wanted to get to was in 2017.
Oh, of course.
So speak about that.
So really, Circle of Life, it was just basically, you have your entire life to really sit down and write your first album, right? So I had a lot of time to ponder with that, and I felt like I was at the point I was going to Montclair State. Back was against the wall. School was killing me. It was just me out there. Come from a rough beginning, so I ain't really have no family, and I was just writing like rent was due, basically. You know what I mean?
Was
trying
therapy?
to get up out of there, And 3 AM in Camden, which is one of the premier records off that album that led as a single. It went viral on Twitter with the help of R&B Tommy, actually, who runs R&B Radar right now.
On Spotify? Or? Yeah.
He's on Instagram too.
Okay.
And he used to do like a lot of marketing for hip hop before he did R&B, and me and him touched base, and that record took off, and from there kind of my career.
That's fire. That's fire. Yeah. That's dope. So speaking on that, you say you got into music just off of just going through it and just being in your thoughts. But what was the type of rappers you were listening to give you the inspiration?
I would say probably like Cole, definitely, for sure. Kendrick, he was a big inspiration. His lyricism was, was just always instrumental in hip hop, and I really respect that type of artist. Who else really? Trippy, Tory Lanez, Bryson Tiller, those type of cats, and obviously the Party Next Door is the Shade Crews, and from there on down, my J Jordan, and I really started to dabbling into more genre than actual hip hop and music, because once I had learned it, I was just like, all right, there's just so much more to learn. Whether that be 80s rock, 60s, 60s or 70s R&B or 80s, you know what I mean? Whatever it is, oldies, however you want to put it. And then from there, I kind of just I just began to develop the new sound.
Dope. So when you were in Montclair, when you was writing the rhymes, did you ever go into the studio, or were you just strictly pen and paper or laptop or phone?
So it was rough when I first started off in Montclair, actually. Really didn't know anybody. I was kind of taking a cool route, what I mean? Going up to college, trying to get close to the city just to do music. And lo and behold, it ended up paying off. But first getting up there, it was tough. You don't really know anybody. Studio time is, expensive as hell. I was just doing whatever I could at the moment to, figure it out. And I just talked to one of my homies who I knew was recording himself, doing a podcast. And, I figured it out. And from there, I just been recording myself. And from there, I would send it to like an engineer. He would, do his best mix, and from there, but it was straight off GarageBand. That entire album was like out the dorm room of GarageBand.
That's dope.
Yeah, and
that's crazy.
And it ended up selling over over like 10,000 like digital stream copies on Apple Music.
That's fire. So you kids watching this, man, it don't take nothing. You can have GarageBand, Logic, FL, Ableton. Try. The most important thing to do is try, because you never know where that sound's gonna take you. I'm saying. So speaking into that, so when you was recording all the music, did you think you was gonna get to where you are now, in terms of status or in terms of the reach that you had with that first project? Or you was just doing it just because you just wanted to let off some steam?
Nah, I was really doing it to get the fuck up out of there. I knew when I made the decision, because I had a decision back in high school whether to play D1 ball or to go to school and you know, try and chase music. But I knew back then that I wanted to do music, because I was recording back then, you know, trying to figure it out, and you know, recording in bathrooms, you know, just doing dumb shit as a kid. So I knew back then that you know, I wanted to take music seriously and develop my voice and my craft and, you know, my penmanship and you know, crowd control and these types of things that really go into being a full round you know, artist. And you know, I knew back then, and you know, I started from there, whether it be open mic nights, whether it was, you know, poetry slams, or wherever I could get my foot in, you know, I was trying to hustle and get it out. So yeah, I think back then, even when I first began, I knew where it was gonna go. Yeah,
dope. So speaking of that, say a Montclair student, or even a college student in general, or just a high school student that's going into college, what were the type of things that you were doing to market yourself as an artist in school that you think helped you or could have helped you?
Well, it was a different time. You talk about 4 or 5 years ago, technology in that time span has just advanced so much.
Definitely.
You know, so let alone 10, 20 years ago when the other artists came out. But for artists that's out, you know, right now, or, you know, I mean, literally just put yourself in mixers, put yourself around people that are like-minded, and, you know, not necessarily that you're close to, because those people, it's always the people, you know, that don't know you that will support you the most. So, you know, if people like what you do, they like your character, and you know, you have a good moral base, people are willing to do anything, you know, and especially if the art sells itself. So you know, just put yourself in those spaces with like-minded people, and I feel like that's really important to know. Hit those mixers, hit those, you know, those quick DJ, you know, talk to the DJs, you know, get in where you fit in, and like I said, just put yourself out there, whether that be, you know, passing out CDs, or I've done it all, you know what I mean, like flyers, however you need to, you feel me, especially now because you got the QR codes. It's very, you know what I mean, simple, super you know, knowledgeable, and there's just so many different ways to get your art out now. So
fire, dope. So speaking on Circle of Life, when you made that project, other than the one that went viral or, you know, went up, what was your other favorite song on there to tell the people that they gotta listen to?
Off Circle of Life?
Yeah. You know, take it back, 2017, when you was cooking that up.
Circle of Life. Wow, that's a good one.
You got some tunes on there, yeah.
Alright, so obviously 3 in Camden was like, that was probably my favorite. But then you got the intro, which I really liked, because at the time it was just like really powerful, and it felt like really inspiring to me. You know what I mean? Like it had that like authentic vintage feel. So probably either the intro, or I would say, probably the intro.
The intro?
Because it had so much spirit and so much power. But then, can I look at my phone?
Yeah, nah, go ahead. Yeah.
Because I don't even remember. I got so many new
joints.
So probably Feelings. Feelings is a great one. Take a Chance, which is, you know, very inspirational for the youth, and you know, I feel like putting that out there was definitely
something that they could feel on,
exactly, right? Who But Me, those type of, you know, gritty, like just authentic backpack records where you like damn, like I really feel what bro's saying. So you know, those probably would be my top 3.
Okay, cool. So speaking into that time that you were making Circle of Life into now, it is what it is. Do you feel like you're more hungrier now, or you were hungrier more back then?
Well, and for what it's worth, the second project, which is really what catapulted my entire career. For what it's worth, there were so many people involved in that album, but 14 Racks is what really got us to where we are now. 14 Racks is almost platinum, actually. So
dope.
Yeah, which is, you know, really exciting to say. But so, you know, from Circle of Life to now, I mean, where we are, I mean, I'm just, I feel like It Is What It Is kind of allowed me to let go of that baggage that I was holding, releasing and kind of like accepting.
Yeah.
And that's really what It Is What It is about.
Yeah.
Ultimately, like, chalking it up, just how many times you got to charge it to the game, how many times you got to chalk it up, and really just go on about your life and, take that lesson with you. And that's what it really is about, just saying it is what it is and just, nobody cares type of mindset, work harder, you know what I mean? So that's what I would say, like, just from then to now, it's just so much that happened, you know what I mean? So it's kind of hard to say exactly
understood
which part of the story was the most, but because they were all instrumental in even just getting here, whether it be from 14 racks to getting on the radio to Sony to to everything, you know what I mean? There's just so much that went into that. So
dope. Yeah. So on that project though, what's your favorite?
On It Is What It Is. Yeah. I got some absolute.
You got some joints on there.
Yeah, I got some joints on there. Where Did You Go? I like because it brought out like my R&B side, which I'm really tapping into more with these next two projects that I'm dropping. So Where Did You Go? Survivor's Guilt.
I like Survivor's Guilt. Yo, check that out. It's a great record for sure. I love it. I like it. It's dope. It's real. Like, it speaks to me. I like a lot of records that are going. I'm a DJ, so a lot of records that I be playing just be turn up. But like when I like to sit down and really like listen, it's good vibes, good energy. Speaking about a lot of real shit, so definitely tap that in. What's your other ones?
So Survivor's Guilt. Let me look at the phone for that one too.
Go ahead.
Is that bad? Should I know these? Like, off the top of my head, right? That's kind of crazy. Chrome Hearts, I like a lot. Vices, it was different. Blood Moon and Scorpio.
Just pretty much everything, right? They just gotta tap in.
Track was different too.
Word.
So I had like 3 records on It Is What It Is with a full-time multi-platinum producer named Dizzy Banco.
Shout out, bro. Violation.
Yes, sir. The Violation.
Yeah.
I mean, he going up right now. You have no idea. Go cop that for my bro. You know what I mean? Willie Propane. All of them. Oh my God.
We just had, bro.
Yeah. So he did like 3 records off that project, and those probably would be my favorites.
Your favorite
actually.
joints?
I love them.
Yeah,
joints.
the beats be slapping.
Yeah, I know.
They got the sound, literally.
100%.
For sure. So for those who don't know, you are signed to Sony. Got a distribution situation going on. How did that come about? If you want to speak on that.
Yeah, I can't really talk too much.
Can't really talk too much.
Yeah, so.
But just on the cusp, they found you, or you had to push through?
Nah, I kind of had to like
push through. Yeah. Dope.
It's like a very,
Yeah.
It's like
so on the cusp, what advice can you tell an artist that is looking for a situation similar to yours?
It's all about who you know.
Yeah.
It's all about who you know. So, I got some people.
Yeah.
And they fix some things up.
Yeah.
But ultimately, it's really just about who you know. I can't. There's no specific, one size fits all problem for that. It's really just, like I said, putting yourself in those rooms, getting to know those people, and really creating genuine relationships with them. Not always so transactional. It's more so about the mutuality of the relationship that you're gonna, how do I say it,
Yeah, that you're creating.
Yeah, that you're creating, that you're trying to get out of it. So, I feel like that's more important than anything.
Fire.
But, so there's no, I can't really.
Nah, understood. But I will ask you this though, being a artist, and you got a situation, do you feel like it's more business than talent? Or you feel like you have to have some type of talent to get into the room? Because nowadays you see on social media, a lot of stuff is going viral for the wrong reasons, or for the wrong hits are coming out, such and such. I don't want to say too many records and all that, but you hear what's going on. So do you feel like you have to have some type of talent to stick, or do you feel like nowadays it's more just, like you said, who you know, and you could just get what you get out of it?
At some degree, right, you still gotta have the talent to be a talent.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? To just be even if you don't make great music, an icon, right?
Yeah.
So that, to me, that takes talent.
Yeah.
Because you put on a face every day that nobody has any idea about.
Yeah.
So to me, in general, that just takes talent. But your question to answer, no, it doesn't take talent to get into the industry. It's more so about how many people and fans can you generate, how much revenue can you bring in,
Right.
you know what I mean? And how can you make your partnership between you and the label, you know, mutual to the point where it's just like you don't even need them and you can just do it independently. Right. So to answer your question, no, it's really just more so about like who you are as an artist and what you're trying to accomplish. If you want to be an industry plant, be an industry plant.
Right.
If you want to be an authentic artist, be a starving, hungry artist. You know what I mean? Like that's just.
Do you feel like that's fair though?
I mean,
or do you feel like that's just the game? It is what it is.
Yeah, no, it really kind of just is what it is. Like you really can't control something like that. There's just so many people above you that you know have their hand in the pot, and it's just like you're ultimately like the art is not the final say these days. So you know what I mean? It's more so about like what I said.
Different fans. People pushing the buttons and all that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Understood. So I would say, being that you're an artist and you're doing your thing, how's tour life for you? What's going on? What shows you doing this 2023?
Actually on the tour right now. It is what it is tour. Tour dates for April just went up on my Instagram. Right now I think we got about maybe like 6 this month. So it's not too, you know what I mean, not too crazy, but you know, just enough to keep the energy flowing into this next 2 projects that I'm working on. But so I just did Day Summit Festival for the first time, which was super crazy, super exciting. A Little Miss Chit Chat stage. So, you know, thank you Scott and thank you Jonathan for setting that up for me. Always appreciate that. Trying to think anything else. And I got We Are Jersey magazine April 21st at Bentley's in Newark, which is gonna definitely be dope. It's almost sold out event. Thank you B and thank you Jonathan for helping set that up. Really appreciate that. I'll be headlining that event, so there'll be some artists there, and then at the end, you know, I have my set, so that's gonna be dope too.
What date?
That's April 21st. So that's a Friday. It's called Friday Night Flex. Yeah.
We might have to go to that. Bentley's. We've been there, so yeah, we'll fuck with you.
Yeah, no, so that's definitely gonna be fire. Just a night of intimate. Yeah, I mean, just like
just
get into it. Just get into it. So, and I'll probably be previewing some new things too.
Dope.
Yeah, but I got, you know, Wanna Come Up podcast.
We here. You know.
Part of My Opinion, a podcast coming up. What else is coming up? For the Stress podcast out Jersey City and the Hudson crew, definitely. So
shout out to bros.
Yeah, now we booked this April, man. You know what I mean? Staying hungry, staying busy. Got a lot of content coming out. Some heat dropping for your ears.
That's fire. When's the next release coming out? You just pushing right now? You just pushing this?
I mean, right now we just pushing. It is what it is tour. You know, just trying to make our final rounds before, you know, we start gearing up for the summertime, and you know, and then eventually, you know, November come around, we ready to drop again. So so probably we looking at like a June release, July-ish release, and then come again with like a 5-piece November-ish,
like an EP.
Yeah, type shit.
Okay, for sure.
Yeah, so we definitely gonna be lit up.
Definitely send that to us early so we can peep that, and I have it spinning different records that you got.
Oh, of course,
the club records, you know, I would throw that in.
Oh, of course, bro.
And we
definitely
we take it up there.
Can't wait.
You know what I'm saying? But my brother, I appreciate you for stopping by. I got one more question for you before you get up out of here.
What's up?
If you had a choice to either choose loyalty or respect,
okay,
which one and why?
Loyalty or respect? I've never had to, like, that's a super hard one. Nobody pits those against each other ever. So let me think. Loyalty or respect? I probably would choose loyalty.
Loyalty? Why so?
I just feel like you could, I mean, both the same way, I guess. But you could, you know what I mean? You could lose loyalty and you could lose respect too. But I feel like loyalty, you loyal even when something is disrespectful.
True.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's just my thought process on it.
Just loyal by default, right?
Yeah, like sometimes, you know, things get said, you know, shit happens, and you know, you still loyal to that person. But respect, once you lose respect for somebody, it's over. It's over.
Yeah. So that's how I feel. I feel like I don't need nobody to like me.
Yeah.
But you have to have some type of respect for me that you won't even try me in the slightest.
Exactly.
So, but I definitely feel though, like especially nowadays when the world is coming to, you need people that are solid in your corner.
Of course, 100%.
So there's a two-edged sword with the things, like you know, yeah, come with it. I like to ask people about that just to see their mind frame and just see how they think, but you know, it's pretty much the same thing. Yeah, for sure. So please shout out your IG, social medias, your grams, tell them where they find you and all that.
Yo, it's your boy Jon Crawford. You can follow my IG at JNCRWFD, and my Twitter is the same, JNCRWFD. Let's get it there.
And tell them the one record from It Is What It Is that they got to stream right now.
One record that you got to stream right now is Chrome Hearts. That's my shit right now. I've been banging that shit, bro. Word. Shout out Dizzy Banko, Violation. Let's get it.
You know it?
Wanna Come Up podcast.
You know it?
Yes, sir.
And I'm gonna say the one record you gotta listen to is the whole damn thing. Listen to the whole shit.
Real shit.
You know what I'm saying? Stream it. But yeah, appreciate you, my brother. Follow us at OTCU Pod. Once again, follow us at OTCU Pod. Make sure you follow me at DJ Ace201. Naira Bands is not here today. Shout out Naira Bands. Make sure you follow the director at Unquartified. And yeah, there's been another episode of On the Come Up. Appreciate you. Gang.